All right, since we've been doing all these breakers, this is an old Pushmatic panel. So these guys are long discontinued because they did not work like they should. They don't have the magnetic trip features like the modern ones, so they don't trip as often. And we're going to open them up and show you. But because of this style, they had a grease in them that dried out. So we're talking about recycling, repurposing, all that. So this 100 amp main, I've already pulled all the screws. This one I'm going to resell because these are way less common and way more expensive. It can save someone's bacon. These guys, being just common, regular 15 and 20 amps, are not worth anything. There's companies remanufacturing them now, so you can get brand new ones instead of some of these old ones. Like this one, it's very different and new. This is a 220 volt, 30 amp, kind of probably a dryer. Could be a water heater. Now all these we're just gonna take, and I'm gonna break one open for you to show you kind of how they work and the little bit in them. The rest of this panel box, so here's any value you want. This is aluminum. This is just cheap aluminum. This is a cheap panel, but it looks like someone put a new grounding bar in here you could reuse. We resell a bunch of building materials, so I'm gonna take this out to throw in my box, maybe these screws here, but this is all steel, nothing of real value. If you do a lot of handyman work, they're good to have. But take this out of the way. And this is not a hatchet moment. These pop apart pretty easily. And you're gonna get to see what's inside them. They have a lot of the same things as a regular breaker. But if you can see this action here, it's gonna get mad because it doesn't have its cover on. Yep, and it popped apart. So we'll see if I can do another one, because without holding them in place like that, it's a little harder to keep and get reactuated. Pop it out here and see if I can do it. So it's gonna come down, it's gonna click, and it's gonna do that. And it works in a very different mechanism than the others. And this grease in here, you can see it's all non-existent anymore as I get it apart. So all that more complicated movement causes more problems. And they no longer exist for a reason. But they were a good idea at the time, and technology just changes, and that's it. And then otherwise, you got a little bit of copper wire in there. And I do love my silver. This little tip right here is silver. Not even a gram, but, you know, if you're taking them apart, you might as well. Otherwise, these really keep a couple in your toolbox, but no real reason to have them otherwise. And that's the Pushmatic video.